The mansion had been abandoned for decades, its grandeur and beauty slowly being consumed by the passing of time. The once majestic halls were now shrouded in dust, and the windows were boarded up from the inside, as if to keep some dark secret locked within. But it was not the mansion's physical decay that drew people to it. It was the rumor of a mirror that hung in one of its rooms. They said that this mirror had the power to reveal the deepest fears of those who looked into its glass. Some claimed it was a portal to another realm, where the darkest aspects of one's psyche awaited. Others whispered that it was a cursed object, born from the madness of a former occupant. I had always been skeptical, but when I inherited the mansion from a distant relative, I felt compelled to explore its depths. As I entered the room with the mirror, a shiver ran down my spine. The air was thick with an eerie presence, and I could feel the weight of history bearing down upon me. The mirror itself was an antique, with intricate carvings that seemed to dance across its surface. It hung from a sturdy wooden frame, adorned with small, golden hinges that creaked softly as I approached. The glass was old and worn, with hints of a crackling energy that seemed to emanate from within. I hesitated for a moment, wondering if I really wanted to look into the mirror's depths. But my curiosity got the better of me, and I reached out a trembling hand to touch its surface. As soon as I made contact, the air around me began to distort, like ripples on a pond. The mirror seemed to ripple inward, revealing an image that was not quite mine. It was a reflection of myself, but distorted and twisted, with eyes that burned with a malevolent intensity. The face was contorted in a scream, as if I was being consumed by some unseen force. But it wasn't just me. The mirror seemed to reveal the fears of everyone who had ever entered this room before. A woman's reflection emerged next, her eyes filled with an unshakable dread as she faced a dark figure lurking behind her. It was her own husband, come back from the dead, his face twisted in a snarl. I felt a chill run down my spine as I realized that these were not just random fears. They were the deepest, darkest aspects of each person's psyche. The mirror seemed to be revealing their innermost terrors, and I couldn't help but wonder what mine would be. As I gazed deeper into the glass, the reflections began to change. They became more vivid, more real. I saw a figure in the distance, tall and imposing, with eyes that glowed like lanterns in the dark. It was my own shadow self, come to claim me as its own. The mirror seemed to be showing me my own fears, my own doubts and insecurities. And as I looked deeper, I realized that these reflections were not just manifestations of my own psyche. They were a manifestation of something far greater. A presence began to take shape in the room, a dark energy that seemed to emanate from the mirror itself. It was as if the glass had become a conduit for some ancient power, one that had been awakened by my own fears and doubts. I tried to turn away, but it was too late. The darkness closed in around me, like a shroud of despair. I felt myself being pulled into the mirror's depths, into a realm where the very fabric of reality seemed to unravel. And then everything went black. When I came to, I was lying on the floor, my head throbbing with a dull ache. The room was quiet and still, as if nothing had happened. But as I stumbled to my feet, I saw that the mirror was different now. Its surface was calm and serene, reflecting back an image of perfect peace. I turned away from it, not wanting to face what horrors lay within. As I fled the mansion, I couldn't shake the feeling that the mirror still held secrets, waiting for me to return and confront them once more. The mirror had shown me my own fears, but at what cost? Had I been changed forever by its revelation? Only time would tell,